day to all of you, dear participants, speakers, and organizers of this inspiring event. My name is Reyhan Jamalova. I am 16 and I'm a founder of Rainergy, a project which aims to get electricity from rainwater to tackle the problem of energy efficiency in rainy countries. I'm so happy and proud to say that I'm the first Azerbaijani who made it to be included to the list of Forbes 30 under 30 Asia, and one of the most influential and inspiring 100 women selected by the BBC News in 2018. Thank you. Before to dive deep into the topic, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Ms. Rushika, Ms. Gina, Mr. Nadem for inviting me to this glorious event as an opportunity to share this stage with bright-minded speakers in front of the energetic audience. Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to share my thoughts on the topic, the future of sustainable energy. Imagine that you ride a car without pouring gas into the tank. Provide the house with the energy of ocean waves, or plug your laptop into an outlet on the jacket. On the one hand, looking at the price tag at the gas station, one might think that this energy utopia is a very distant fairy tale. But on the other hand, the current grim situation in the energy sector has a comforting side. Rising prices, general concern and anxiety, new governmental policy, all of this, you want it or not, is pushing us towards new efforts to upgrade the entire power grid. It will take years and years to fully implement some of these ideas. Others can now be taken on board. Will we ever live in an era with bottomless energy sources? Frankly speaking, hardly. Oil reserves on Earth are certainly limited. Even the hydrogen that feeds nuclear reaction to the sun, and that, alas, someday will end. If we don't take into account the chances for unexpected breakthrough in nuclear fusion technology, no any other source promise to solve all our problems in blink of an eye. Rather, our energy demands will be met by combining various advanced technologies. The energy of the sun, wind, sea waves, and all other alternative sources will play their roles in this alliance. Industry as a consumer will also make a step forward as modern technology now successfully learns to do more by consuming less. Now, in my today's talk, I am talking about several alternative energy resources that accounted as the future energy resources. Each of these ideas came close to the implementation stage, and together they paved the way for further breakthrough in production and energy savings. Nowadays, solar energy is the most widespread alternative energy resource. Every day, the production and installation of solar cells is becoming cheaper, which led to their wider distribution. As a rule, we present solar panels on the roof of the house that convert sunlight into energy during the daytime. That sounds good, but ground-based solar panels have their drawbacks. They do not work at night or if the sky is too cloudy. Plus, our atmosphere protects the surface of the Earth from the most of the solar energy, reflecting the part of the light back into the space. Now imagine we can deliver solar panels to near Earth orbit, 35,000 kilometers up. They will work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 99.9% of the time in a year. The cost of building a single solar array is unknown, but will certainly cost hundreds of millions of dollars. However, as soon as the first one is built, the second one will be much cheaper. Maybe for now, this idea can sound so impracticable or maybe magical for us. Nevertheless, it will be reality, not in a such distance time due to the development of solar technology and the reduction in the cost of transporting cargo into space. Another future energy resource is waves, ocean energy. In the ocean, as much as necessary energy is hidden among waves. It remains only to figure out how to extract it. Waves, or let's say tidal energy, has lots of significant advantages among other renewable energy resources. For example, before the wind. Waves are more predictable, and the energy density is 50 times higher than in the wind. Indeed, curbing all the energy of ocean movement could charge the whole world for several times. So more than 100 companies are now working on it. Because of the emphasis on solar and wind energy, tidal energy has been ousted from the front row, but it becomes more efficient in our modern technology. We all have an idea about the wind turbines. But what about the soaring windmills? Actually, we get enough electricity from the wind. However, soaring turbine was created in order to provide sustainable and renewable wind energy to rural areas of the planet where the construction of wind turbines is impossible. For several scientists, the future is nuclear power. Whatever energy scenarios are built, one thing is unchanged. The world's electricity consumption will grow. The population of the Earth is increasing. Demands of humanity are growing. Over the past 100 years, we have consumed more energy than in the previous history from the creation of the world. And for now, as due to the development of technology, solar energy systems and other renewable energy resources, also energy systems are developing by scientists day by day. However, more than 1 billion people living on Earth still do not have access to electricity. Scientists predict that by 2050, there will be 2.5 billion more people living on Earth. The decentralization of alternative energy resources and energy systems will give access to these resources to many more people and improve their quality of life. Therefore, the need for electricity will grow again. And here, atomic energy comes to the rescue. Highly productive, with low level of emissions of air-polluting substances and unlimited reserves of fuel. However, this renewable energy resource is not widely accepted by people. The fundamental reasons for that are not technological, but psychological. Chernobyl, Fukushima, testing of nuclear weapons in general is cause for concern and distrust. An important condition for the development of nuclear energy is social acceptance. In order for nuclear power industry to emerge in a country, society must accept it. These are just few examples for future's energy resources. Besides other renewable energy resource ideas, such as the energy from seawater, human actions, and even ether, are now widely developing by scientists all over the world. all sounds amazing. This all again prove that our future will be built on sustainable energy. Exploring and learning this resource, the question appeared in my mind that why we don't get electricity from rainwater as an alternative energy resource, which then led me to come up with the idea of Rainergy. Now let's imagine a family who lives in a rainy country and doesn't have access to electricity. That sounds a big problem because, as mentioned, without electricity and energy, we cannot imagine our modern world. So that problem affects them badly, as it weakens their children's education, their health, and because of the lack of electricity, they cannot develop in the technological and also many various ways as much as the other parts of the world. So, as a Rainergy team, our main goal is to provide sustainable and renewable rain energy to these people by solving their problem of energy efficiency. Now, I would like to introduce you to a short story. Once upon a time, there was an old man who used to go to the ocean to do his writing. He had a habit of walking on the beach before he began his work. Early in one morning, he was walking along the shore after a big storm had passed and found the vast beach littered with starfish as far as the eye could see, stretching in both directions. Off in the distance, the old man noticed a small boy approaching. As the boy walked, he paused every so often as he grew closer, and the old man could see that he was occasionally bending down to pick up an object and threw it into the ocean. The boy came closer still, and the old man called out, "Good morning. May I ask what is that you are doing?" The boy paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean. The tide has shored them up onto the beach, and they can't return back to the ocean by themselves. When the sun gets high, they will die unless I throw them back to the water." The old man listened and replied, "But there must be hundreds of millions, hundreds of thousands of starfish on this beach. I'm afraid you won't be able to make such difference." The boy bent down, picked up yet another starfish, and threw it as far as he could into the ocean. Then he turned, smiled, and said, "It made a difference to that one." So my purpose to refer this meaningful story is to advance the claim that maybe with Rainergy, I cannot help all people in the entire world or all people in rainy countries, but at least I'll make difference and change lives of several people, maybe one, maybe 10, maybe 1,000, and that means a lot to me. Therefore, we have powerful... Thank you. Therefore, we have powerful slogan, light up one house at a time. During my speech, I have talked about alternative energy and referred to different renewable energy resources. There were some examples that we use in today's world. Some are developing by scientists, and some can sound so impracticable and magical for us. However, let's not forget that the technology we use today was a dream once upon a time. Therefore, I highly believe that these ideas will be developed further by scientists and be reality in near future, which will lead us to stop the subsidizing the fossil fuel industry, and switch our polluted world into green, clean, and alternative world for us. In order to achieve this goal, for the betterment of humanity, of our environment, of our future, we need to invest more in such renewable energy ideas. Because as Denis Kucinich says, it is the time for sustainable energy policy, which puts consumers, the environment, human health, and peace first. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.